You know what? Well, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sorry that we haven't posted in the last little week or so, but you know, Christmas and stuff like that, family, all that good stuff. So we're here to talk about Hyperspace.
Hyperspace builds.
Hyperspace builds.
And
so,
what we've come up with.
And what we've, yeah. I know. You don't want to really hear about my builds because my builds, I don't win a lot of stuff, but you know,
Hey,
you hear what I do,
and
then you can just adjust.
We're here just to put out some ideas. Neither one of us are pros at this thing. We're just having fun.
So, we're going to talk about the Rebel Alliance first. We're going to do
the Rebels.
We're going to do 5 videos.
Okay.
The first one we're going to do is Rebel Alliance.
Okay.
So, as everybody knows, I love Rebel. So,
everybody knows Hyperspace only lets you do 4 ships from each
4
faction.
ships from
So
each
what
faction.
are the 4 ships we can do for Rebels?
The 4 ships that you have access to for Hyperspace with the Rebel Alliance are the BTL A4 Y-Wing, the modified YT 1300 Light Freighter, which we all know as the Millennium Falcon, the T-65 X-Wing, and the UT-60D U-Wing, which came out with Saw Gerrera and all that, which is why it's eligible for Hyperspace. So, with that being said, those are the 4 ships that you are allowed to use for X-Wing. Hyperspace. Now, our squads, for me, I love always flying. Everybody knows I'm a big ARC guy. I love flying ARCs. They're like my ship, along with the Wookiee ships. Those are the 2 ships that I like flying the most in Rebels. But I decided to go a little bit different this time with my Rebel Alliance build.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah, I have decided to fly 2 ships.
I don't know if that's smart.
They're all large base ships.
Oh, that might save you.
Well, actually, sorry, 1 large, 1 medium base. But, what are they? Well, I really love the version 2 Han Solo. The 2.0 version Han Solo I really like him just for his ability. So, as Han Solo says, it's after you roll a dice, if you are at range 0 to 1 of an obstacle, you may re-roll all of your dice. This does not count as re-rolling for the purpose of other effects. So, you can actually technically re-roll all of your dice more than once. Twice with him. So, what would that do? So you could put a target lock on, or his target lock, but I mean you could target lock, and then you could re-roll once if you're near an obstacle, and then you use the target lock to re-roll again, which then would allow you, not like you need to re-roll 3 times, because you usually have, after you re-roll once, you always get your hits. But anyways,
not always, trust me.
I need to roll like 50 million times to get all my hits. So, what did I put on Han Solo? Well, you know what? I kind of flowed a little bit different direction, but I went total crazy. I decided to just go nuts. So what I did was I gave him Lone Wolf, because what will happen is if the Saw Gerrera, which is the second ship I'm flying, which is the U-Wing, decides to go boom, Lone Wolf becomes a pretty big asset to Han Solo, and allows him to re-roll stuff, right? So allowing you to be able to re-roll the dice with a different card is still pretty good. So I get my reroll with an obstacle, I get my reroll with a target lock, and then Lone Wolf. So that's pretty good. I also put Chewbacca on him. As we all know what Chewbacca, he is. As Chewbacca states, at the start of the engagement phase, you may spend 2 energy to repair 1 face-up damage card. So you spend 2 of his energy, you get to take the damage card, get rid of it.
Just helps keep it alive a little longer.
And I've also put inertial dampeners on the Falcon, which again says before you would execute a maneuver, you may spend 1 shield. If you do, execute a white stop instead of maneuver you reveal, then gain 1 stress token. And the reason
that's still
why,
like you have the action, and then you take the stress.
Right. So I like that for the simple fact is one of the times when you're flying a large-based ship, one of the big things sometimes is if, as we all know, when you move your large ship base forward, it moves one quite high, right? So if there is, or quite far, so you always want to try to find some way to be able to, the reason I like this is so I can stop him at where he's at, take my stress token, and then I might be able to get another shot on somebody at a closer range if they decide to come in close to me, right? So that's why inertial background is on there. And then I use the Millennium Falcon upgrade card, or title card, which says if you are evading, you may reroll one of your defensive dice. So if he evades, he gets an evade token. He gets to reroll the defensive dice. Which for me, that's always a good thing. I put proton rockets on him. So you attack. The attack on the proton is a focus, so you have to have a focus token, and then you spend 1 energy, and you go with 5 dice. This is a range 1 to 2 weapon. That's missiles. And then I have Magma Yarrow. So when you shoot, or when you hit Han, you get an automatic target lock. You get to acquire a target lock on the person that hits you. So that allows you to use it for future references. And then I have given the Falcon a hull upgrade card, which gives it 9 hull.
Yeah.
So it goes to 5 shields and 9 hull, which gives it a little bit more of a beat.
How many points is this Falcon when you
This Falcon at this is 125 points.
Whoa!
So
wow!
That leaves me with a whole whopping 75 points. So I'm flying 2 ships. So you're probably wondering, what the heck did you put on Saw Gerrera?
What was left to put on him?
So Saw Gerrera, who's 75 points, so I'm a perfect 200. As everybody knows me that plays against me, I always have 200. I never try to take a bid. I don't believe in bids. I just feel unnecessary.
I'd rather have to spend my points.
So I'd rather have all my points if there's something that could give me a benefit where I can adjust my dice because I'm scoreboard dice rolling. So Saw Gerrera says, while a damaged friendly ship at range 0 to 3 performs an attack, it may re-roll 1 attack dice. So Saw Gerrera works with Han Solo's re-rolls and stuff. So, but that's another card allowing me to re-roll another dice. So here I am trying to get all these dice that I can re-roll if something doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
So, he allows you to do that, and it's range 0 to 3. So Saw Gerrera doesn't need to be really close to Han, but he needs to be at a certain range 3 at least, so he's able to give him that ability. What did I put on Saw Gerrera? So, for the talent skill, we put elusive. So, as everybody knows, I'm not very good at rolling defensive dice. So, I need to make sure I find some way to be able to re-roll my dice. So, elusive per card for me is perfect, because I get the chance to maybe re-roll my dice yet again. Sometimes, I'd probably say about 70% of the time, it still doesn't work, but, it's there.
But you got to re-roll.
But I get a re-roll.
Yeah.
Then I put one of my favorite cards that everybody knocks me for is Lando Calrissian. I love Lando, the Lando card. I get to roll 2 defensive dice in the beginning of this action, which allows me to get an evade or a focus or I get both.
Or nothing.
Or I get nothing. But the good thing about the new Lando card...
Actually, you do pretty good on those rolls.
Yeah, I do actually. The new Lando card allows you to still get 1 from your opposition. So your opposition chooses for you. So if you roll blanks, I still get some kind of a token. Yeah. Whether it's an evade or a focus, it works for me because I'll get one or the other, right? So in my opinion, in my brain, the way it works,
there's no loss.
There's no loss for me, right? Loss. So, and then I put Dead Man Switch on.
Well, that's clever.
Because, he blows up. Well,
you're going to take somebody with him.
Maybe he takes somebody with him, right? And then obviously the all-famous pivot wing that goes on, attack mode, non-attack mode, right? If you want me to declare what that is when the pivot wings are closed, while you defend, roll 1 fewer defensive dice after you execute a white stop maneuver. You may rotate my ship 90 to 180 degrees before you activate. You may flip this card. So what that does is you can take it, move the ship 180 or 90, whichever you want to do with it, right? Then I put advanced sensors on, where if I decide to stress it, because there is that chance where with you when you stress it, I would rather, if I decide to stress it, I can use my advanced sensors which still allow me to get my action ahead of time. So I roll my Lando ahead of time, advance sensor rate, then I maneuver and I'm good. Still get my tokens. So advanced sensor screen has been pretty good since I've been running a couple times. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I should probably use it more often. And then Nimnum. I love running Nimnum because he decreases the difficulty bank maneuvers of the softs.
Yeah.
So what does the U-Wing have a lot of? It doesn't have a lot of blue. So it has good white. It has a lot of white, but it doesn't have a lot of blue.
Well, now it has more blue.
Now, with Nimnum, I can technically give myself more blue with banks.
Yeah.
So allowing me to take my soft banks and turn them into blue really works for me, because then if I decide to stress them with the U-Wing and whatever else, I have some options. So that is a 200-point build, and that is my Hyperspace Wave 1
Rebel
build.
And also keep in mind that some of the upgrade cards aren't allowed into Hyperspace, so we're only using what's allowed.
Correct.
And choosing from those.
Why is that? And how are you saying, well, how do you know? Fantasy Flight, we did a video a while back about
putting out a list
for Hyperspace. Yeah. Like, why don't they just put the Hyperspace thing on the app so that they know what's accessible?
And 2 days later,
it was on the app.
They did.
So,
thank you.
But here's the funny thing about that app. Also, we're sitting there talking about like they should re-release the app ahead of time, knowing we already know that the Resistance and stuff is coming out, so people could build ahead of time.
And what they do a day before it was released, it's out on there.
A day before.
Thank you again.
Hey, you know what? I got to give them credit. They at least released it.
Give them credit. We're the ones who suggested it.
Yeah, but I mean, at least they
obviously they listened to us. They listened to us.
He would like to think they listened to us.
They did. And they went, you know what? Jared and Curtis are right. Why the hell aren't we doing this?
Yes.
And they did.
I agree.
That's off to you.
100%.
Should listen to us more often.
It was really good to be able to see that, which a lot of people play. But I'm not talking about that. We'll touch base a little bit more on some other stuff. We're going to go to Jared
for my Rebel build.
Play Rebel.
I don't play Rebels.
So I'm very, very interested to see what build. Why? Because even if he doesn't play Rebel, he still comes up with crazy ass builds that still kick my butt.
That kicks your ass.
But,
funny enough though, my lead off is Han Solo.
Oh! No! Hey!
Right now, I'm already feeling doomed.
Oh no.
But I only put 107 points on him. Holy cow, not 125. I mean, like Curtis said, after you roll dice, if you're at range 0 to 1 to an obstacle, you can re-roll all of your dice. Doesn't count as a re-roll. I mean, I fly around obstacles in all my games. They don't bother me, at least. This is a benefit. And if I have Curtis rolls.
No one has Curtis rolls. It's just me.
It'll help save my butt.
I'm the only one that has Curtis rolls.
But I only put 2 things on him. I put, as a crew, give me a sec here. I put as a crew Magva Yarrow.
Yeah, that's what I put on it.
Yeah. After you defend, if the attack hit, you may acquire target lock on an attacker.
Yeah, because you only have one defensive
a barn. Everything's going to hit it. So that'll give me target locks. And then I put veteran tail gun on it. That way,
veteran tail gunner.
Because that way,
you double tap.
That way I could double tap and get two shots a turn. Because I'm pretty good at making sure the Falcon faces at least one person.
That's a pretty good idea, actually.
And I'm pretty sure that I'll have somebody on either side.
With Han Solo, being able to reroll, being able to attack twice, 2 different attacks, pretty good.
Yeah, so I'll leave those nice little pointers on the side.
So once again,
so that's basically what a 270-degree arc around that ship that gets to shoot, possibly twice a turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So that's what I did with him. And then, oh, good lord, give me a sec here.
This guy is still learning how to work the app properly, I guess?
Yeah, well, no, I keep pushing the wrong buttons. I'm just that bad. So, anyways, I didn't go with another large base ship. I went with Wedge Antilles.
Yeah, that's very popular. Actually.
Because, well, that gives me 2 pilots at 6. So playing this game as much as I have lately, 6 is a pretty good number because there's not a whole lot that goes past it, if anything. So, and while you perform an attack, the defender rolls 1 few die. That's always nice. I put the foils on him.
Which is a necessity.
Yeah. I put on the R3 Astromech for the
target lock.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, that is something I may change down the road. I've been playing with this R3, and at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I think the R3 sucks.
the R3 is good for certain pilots because it allows double target lock, like for Charlotte.
Well, I just find I'm not a big Rebel player. I just find that the droids that they give you to choose from.
Like I said, you're not a Rebel player, which is very interesting to see what you're building, but your build is very interesting. So.
Yes, but I don't know. They don't excite me. Anyways, but that is the droid that, I agree. If I was watching the video, I'd be going, he sucks. And I kind of agree. I'd probably change him up for something else. The last pilot I picked was pilot skill 3. And that's Evan Vallerine.
Yeah.
At the start of the engagement phase, you may spend 1 focus token to choose 1 friendly ship at range 1 to 0. If you do, that ship rolls 1 additional defense die while defending until the end of the round. That's kind of cool to play with.
And he has illicit because he is Saga Rares from Saga Rare Pack, so you can use him. And illicit, which is kind of cool, except there's some kind of cool illicit outlaws come on.
Well, I gave him expert handling so that he could fly around a bit.
So you give him the barrel roll.
So basically what I chose was higher pilot skills against having a million upgrade cards on the ships. Because I'll be honest, the game's still young enough that I'm finding most of the upgrades I burn before I'd use. People make them work, they just don't turn me on. So, that'd be interesting to play. Down the road, we should take our builds and fly them against each other and see what happens.
Oh, well, it would be interesting to see. I think that's a good idea. We'll definitely try that. I think that's something we should probably try.
That's the R3 Astromech. If I get rid of it, I have 3 points. What else can I put in for 3 points?
I think the R4 is 3 too.
Let's see.
Isn't he 3? R4?
The R4 is a 2.
Yeah, I probably put R4 on there. And then if you don't have a talent on there, I put crack.
Yeah, I don't have a talent.
Then you put the crack shot on there. That'll help you out a little bit. Crack shot.
I like marksman.
Yeah, you can use marksman. Pick a good bullseye.
I played this weekend, and marksman, I used 37 times in 4 games.
If you're pretty good at lining up your bullseye. So that's a good card.
Well, I play the M12 since day one. And that bullseye, I don't know. I make it work, but I like the marksman. So I'm going to get rid of that silly R3 and put in an R4 just for the hell of it and a marksman and see how that goes. But that's basically what I put together for Rebels.
So, with those Rebel builds, these are just our kind of throw-togethers. I've always wanted to, since 2.0's come out, I've been wanting to fly Han Solo and the Falcon, but I haven't really played with that yet because I'm like, well, I want to really fly my arcs but the thing is if it's Wave 1 compatible, I don't really have a Wave 1 build compatibility, so at times I get caught up in tournaments where I don't have that Wave 1 compatibility, and then I'm kind of throwing something together. So with this, it allowed me to do that. So.
For me, if I had my choice with Rebels, I would prefer to be doing 3 ARC 170s.
So would I.
Yeah.
Actually,
I know that
I'd rather do 4 if I could 4 or 5 if I could 3.
I think once you learn how to fly them, they can be dangerous. They just got a bit of a learning curve to them. I've been flying them
consistently, and I still get my butt kicked.
Yeah, well, that build that I put together had no trouble winning.
What, with the
3 arcs? A lot of people with Rebels do their build so that everything works together. They all work together. My 3 arc build is all 3 of them are independent ships. They don't need the other ships to do what they need to do. And I find that works well with the arcs. But anyways, they're not part of Hyperspace.
No, they're not. So we can't talk about the arcs.
We can't talk about them.
But I'm talking about hype.
Why didn't you pick any of the other ships?
Well, the X-Wings, I'm really, I like flying the X-Wings, but, I'm like, you know what? Me and one other member of Night Ravens loves playing the U-Wings, Alex, right?
Sure.
We both love playing the U-Wing, and I really wanted to use the U-Wing, but since 2.0's come out and that new Han has come out, I haven't seen him being played lots because everybody's playing like lots of swarms with X-Wings and stuff like that, so it's really hard to fly two ships against larger amounts of ships because you're defending against too many ships. So I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't really played with the other ones. And if I was going to go to Hyperspace, I was going to go to have fun and enjoy something, and I've wanted to try that and see how it works with me, and that's the reason why I didn't choose any of the other ships.
Yeah.
X-Wings are very popular, and
that's because they work.
They're really good. Like, I'll be honest with you, since they've given them that S-foil, and since 2.0's come out and they give them and change their dial a little bit, the T-65 has definitely been a great ship to fly.
Well, when I looked at the 4, the Millennium Falcon is definitely the strongest player to have in there.
Yeah.
For haul, for attack, for functionality. I would be surprised if most of not all, but most of the builds aren't focused around the Millennium Falcon. The U-Wings, I think, are the weakest part of the thing.
They're a good support ship. Right?
Yeah, well, you know me. I bought a U-Wing. I did it in builds. I had my ass handed to me every time I played it. I just could not make it function in a build. And that might be on my shoulders as a player, but I could care less for the U-Wing altogether. So it comes down to X-Wings and the Y-Wings. I love the Y-Wings more than the X-Wings, but when I put the two together for combat and I've only got 2 ships to play with, realistically, to add to the build at the best, the X-Wings are going to outperform the Y-Wings.
Yeah, and
just by the dial.
The reason why I didn't play the Y-Wings is because it's one of those, Y-Wings are one of those ships, they have a lot of hull and stuff, but their dial is pretty decent. Like, it's pretty decent.
But it's not going to compete with the X-Wing.
It is really, honestly, like, the maneuverability and the adjusting, it's just not there for the Y-Wing. They're more of a ship that's kind of like plugging along on the outside of the board and kind of does its business trying to jolt around things. And it has the ability to make some little maneuvers here and there to get.
Well, you know what? If it had the ability to set up like you used to with 4 Y-Wings with the TLT turrets, hey, I would have brought that.
Well,
but there are no TLT.
There's no TLT.
There's not. And the turrets,
get over
yeah,
there's no more TLTs. So
the turrets that are there are not as effective.
No more TLTs.
So that's basically why I went with what I did. I thought they were the 2 strongest choices to work with, make a build. With the X-Wings, you have so many choices. I mean, you can mix the pilots up and come up with whatever you want. I mean, I just picked 2 that I thought were interesting. With the Falcon, I think Han Solo is the best choice out of all the cards here for the Falcon.
Well, Lando's not bad, actually.
Lando's not bad, but the ability, if you hear an asteroid, to just go, holy crap, I just rolled a bunch of blank dice. I'll re-roll it, and it doesn't count as a re-roll, is huge.
Yeah.
Like, it's, how do you put a value on that?
You can't, but the thing is,
it's huge.
But here, again, where do you see that? Like, okay, you went to Vancouver this last weekend, correct?
Yeah, that's sir.
They have the Wave 1 goodbye kind of thing, kind of like goodbye to Wave 1, the addition of Wave 2. So, what was mainly doing fly there? Like Wave 1 stuff.
Ghosts and a lot of Imperial.
Yeah, but that's not Wave 1.
No, because it was open format.
I could have sworn it was Wave 1.
No.
I could have sworn he said Wave 1.
No.
I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna have to check back that because I think James posted on there Wave 1.
But either way. So that's what we put out there. We'd love to hear you make fun of our builds and tell us what you put together. We will eventually do some videos of us playing our builds against each other. We've got one for each faction. We'll have to mix it up so people can see how they do. I think that'd be a bunch of fun.
Problem is I have no galactic, so that'd be a problem. I don't have any of the.
Well, we'll fly what we have. We'll make it work. So,
But
anyways,
because with 5 factions or 7 factions coming out, limited to certain things, I'm not spending for every single faction, so I'm not buying into every single faction. So.
Well, that's okay. So,
Anyways,
we want to do an Imperial video next. So
yeah. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.
Have fun with the Rebel builds.
With Rebels. Now let's go do Imperials.
Yeah.
We'll
see you
talk to
later.
soon.